Hello trainer, Sharkoonel here with another event recap, this time the Pittsburgh North Hills Nightmare Cup. I did very poorly in this event, making a lot of in-game mistakes. I went 0-3, didn't even get a chance to redeem myself because I took the bye in the last round. But I'm still going to present all the matches and let you see and hopefully learn from my mistakes so I can learn from them myself and improve for the next tournament. If you like this type of content, please hit subscribe and like this video. Help me spread the word and expand the reach of this channel so that you can watch my mistakes and hopefully not make them yourself. This event took place in the North Hills of Pittsburgh. We had 15 trainers, an odd number, which is why there was a bye each round. And it was a 4-round tournament. There were a lot of familiar faces there, folks that I have come up against before, and I got matched up with 3 very good trainers, and I took it on the chin. I've got some intro video, and then we'll get into the matches.
I don't know, I remember Shining Old Trace Race, right?
Here we are, just about to begin the Nightmare Cup of the North Hills.
I had to rise.
Look at the grim determination on these trainers' faces.
Is that how it works?
Yeah.
Look at the preparation. Look at the tiny beads of sweat on their brows. The stress, the anxiety, the concentration, and then there's Joey. Okay, after that little interlude, let's get right into the matches. My first match was against Yo-Yu Yes, a trainer who came up from Fairmont, West Virginia, and spoiler alert, eventually won the tournament. So I got a tough draw in the first round. You can see the two teams here. I lead with Radicate. He leads with Zatu. I've got a favorable matchup here. He makes a perfectly timed switch just as I'm getting off the first charge move. He switches into Toxicroak, so I've got to switch in. I thought I was being clever and doing a double dark lineup, which was stronger against some of his mons, which means I didn't have as much of a hard counter to Toxicroak, so I had to switch in Toxicroak versus Toxicroak for my counter because of the switch timing and the advantage he had. His Toxicroak was able to take out mine, so we're at a 1-1 shield, even matchup here. I'm stuck with Shiftry. Get off a Leaf Blade. He blocks. He's down to no shields. I bring in Radicate. Use the last shield that I have. And I try to... I do take out the Muck with Hyper Fang. But he's coming in with a charged up Zatu and is able to take out Radicate, even though that was a favorable matchup. If I'd have had more health left on Radicate, that might have been a different story. But first game goes to Yo-Yu Yes. Second game I lead with Toxicroak. He leads with Zatu. And I'm at a disadvantage here. I've got to swap out immediately. I bring in Bronzong. He switches to Muck. He gets the charge move off first. I've got a block because that's super effective damage to Bronzong. He blocks. We're 1-1 on shields. I'm trying to get to the flash cannon, and I do. He does not shield, and I take out his Muck. He brings in Zatu. And I should have shielded there. I wasn't anticipating Ominous Wind. Again, mistakes. Not knowing all the other moves, not knowing all the matchups. So I let Bronzong get taken out by Zatu when I could have shielded. He'd have been at shield advantage, but I think that Bronzong Zatu matchup might have ended differently. So that put me behind essentially, and I think lost me this second game. So we're playing it out. I've got no shields left. His Toxicroak takes out mine, and Radicate is not going to take out Toxicroak So round one goes to Yo-Yu Yes. And again, I think it's in-game mistakes, shielding errors, switching errors. So my second battle is against Retrocity X, who is one of my sparring partners, knows me well, and whom I've faced numerous times before in various cups. So we have the mirror match with Radicate coming out of the gate. You can see his team on the right. I think he has charge move priority here. Yeah, he's getting his charge moves off first. So he's got the advantage. I switch out here because my Eradicate was going to lose anyway. But there's another mistake. I think I should have just let it go because I gave up switch advantage. And, you know, once I've got Toxicroak trapped in there, he's going to do nothing against Hypno. So I've got a Bronzong and a shred of health Eradicate left in the back. So I don't think this match is going well. Once again, my own switching errors and in-game errors. So Bronzong against Skuntank here. Bronzong does surprisingly well against Skuntank. The confusion is doing good damage to him. I get to the heavy slam. Uses last shield. But he uses crunch and takes me out. Once shields are gone, Bronzong is losing that battle. So game one goes to Retrocity. Game two, I switch to a Toxicroak lead. He leads with Skuntank. So that's a good matchup. He switches out. I go to Bronzong. I think probably should have gone to Radicate there. So again, a switch error. Bronzong can tough out this battle and depending on shields. But again, he seems to have shield priority. We tried to switch it, but somehow he seems to have charge move priority again. So I've burned both of my shields. He takes me out with a Shadow Ball. So again, I think I should have switched to Eradicate in the first place when he went to Hypno. So I think the die is cast here. So I bring Eradicate back in. And we have some lag. I think we got about 10 or 15 seconds of lag, but we were checking. It didn't seem that either one of us was moving. And the game does start up for both of us at the same time. I get off the crunch. Again, another error. I probably should have used Hyper Fang there. I just didn't know the matchups well enough. Eradicate finally does take out his. I get to the crunch on Skuntank, but once again, I think I probably should have gone for the Hyper Fang. So he takes me out, and that's game two to Retrocity. We talked about the lag and whether it affected the outcome, and he did graciously offer me a replay, but I really didn't think it affected the outcome, and I don't want to put the other player in that position. So I just accepted the outcome there. So on to round three. My opponent was Mogster88. I again led with Eradicate. He leads with Raichu. He shields. So I follow and shield here. He swaps out. I go with Xatu. And again, here goes a shielding error. Didn't anticipate Sludge Bomb. Should have shielded there. He takes out my Zatu. So just unforced error after unforced error I'm making here. So he brings Drapion. I bring Toxicroak back in. Got one shield left, but Drapion gets off his attacks very quickly. So I get a Mud Bomb in here. I am able to take out Drapion. He comes with Raichu. Raichu survives and is able to get off another attack and squeezes out, beating out Toxicroak with just a sliver left. He gets his charge move off first. And very close battle that time, but first game, good game to Mogster88. There you see my team. I again lead with Raticate. That was what my strategy was. It paid off in the first Nightmare Cup I participated in and won, but did not pay off here. So again, Raticate versus Raichu was not a terrible matchup. I know I can tank one Thunder Punch. He blocks the Crunch, swaps out. Kind of the same battle again. This time I went to Toxicroak. And I think this battle isn't gonna be as close as the first one. So we got a shield in this mirror match. I get to the Mud Bomb and take out his Toxicroak. So he comes with Raichu. Raichu gets to the charge move quicker, takes out my Toxicroak. So I bring back Raticate. I do get to the Crunch. Take out his Raichu. Drapion's able to finish me off, but I've got a negative matchup here. Again, I think I should have brought Zatu in against Toxicroak. So last round here, you get to see me sit out the last round and take my bye. So all in all, this was a very poor tournament performance for me. I don't necessarily think it was my team selection. I think it was just very, very poor play in the games. I didn't shield correctly, didn't switch correctly, and I didn't know the opponent's moves well enough. So here's a little closeout video.
Get a quick vid. Here is our victor.
How do you pronounce your
Dylan? Oh, Yo-You, yes.
Yo-You, yes.
Yo-You, yes.
Yeah. Sweet. Are you
Our
coming out
Nightmare
for
Cup
the
winner.
next weekend?
I did, yep. I got one today.
Then we'll see you there.
I will be there.
From parts
Well, let's warn
unknown.
everyone to be
West
on their
Virginia.
toes.
Very unknown.
From Fairmont, West Virginia.
What do you get you with?
Congratulations.
I needed a poison move on my Toxicroak, and he had a zero shield, so I
Oh,
was doing that and had a
were you
second
playing
move.
Dynamic Punch?
I only have one move.
Mud shot.
My
Oh.
Yep, I'm balling on a budget. So.
That was a quick conversation between the winner and the second place competitor, Arctic Seal, who's made a very great improvement in his performance over the cups he's participated in, and is an upcoming trainer in the Pittsburgh region. So thanks for watching. I'm planning to compete in another Nightmare Cup to see if I can do a little better than this. Who knows? And that will be followed by the regional. Look for recaps on both of those. And thank you very much for watching. And again, please like and subscribe if you like the content and help spread the word about the channel.